I'm not even smiling. That's how you know how real this is. We're doing months of the year.
Yo.
That's right. Months of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna
Okay, here it
organize a
comes.
month of the year so we can finally end the debate. We can finally end the never-ending questions.
So last time we did this, we tried this last week. It didn't record. We got more than halfway through.
Yeah, way more. We had
And
2 months left, and then thanks Twitch for being inadequate. That was your fault.
I remember at the beginning we talked a little about like we have the weird color associations with certain months. And it differs
That
from
is
person to
true.
person.
But we agreed on a lot of them. Like we knew November was brown.
Generally, yeah, like an orangey brown. Like not like a bad brown. Josh, do you mean to put your cup like right in front of your face?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I just realized that
people can't see that.
Well, they can't. Yeah, it's just dissing you guys real quick.
This is
I didn't mean.
Well, it is rude. It is rude. Aside.
Yeah, well, do something. You're just a screen to me right now. So, congratulations.
2D.
You're 2D.
My opinions don't matter. I'm 2D.
So the colors on the labels we see here are not necessarily like August. August is pretty close to what I picture, like the orange and orange, because August is hot. I get that.
Yeah.
January is kind of close, though. I see January is almost more of a white, grayish blue.
Yeah.
There it is.
Right like icy.
It's icy.
It's icy.
The first month, so. But yeah.
But a blue like my shirt. This is like July.
Mm-hmm. Well, throwback
February
to
should be gray or black, because of the slush and
gray or black
because of romance.
See, February I think of as like icy pink maybe, or like a very like cool kind of green.
A periwinkle.
Yeah, or that. Yeah, I could see that. I think these weird associations were started when like they had the chart teaching the months to us in kindergarten. I think it comes back to that.
See, you went to a much better kindergarten than me. I think the hardest thing I had to do in kindergarten was remember my address and learn how to spell my name.
I probably didn't know my address back then, though, but I knew the months.
Was there an address course? Address semester?
Yeah, for me there was.
We didn't know what his semester was.
I remember it was very traumatizing. My teacher was like, you were supposed to get the address from your parents. And to me at that point, I was like, oh no, I didn't do it.
I knew the name of my street, but like our address was 4 numbers back then, and I was like, that's too much. That's too many. I'm only 5.
I always remember considering myself lucky because some of the other kids had 4 and I only had 2 digits to remember.
Oh yeah, that is
boy, I don't know if I could do that if I had 4.
Yeah, 4 is intimidating.
Or if my like street was like a weird name or something, I was like, I'm glad it's Providence. Well, actually is kind of an odd name, but I was so used to it.
Mm-hmm. It's at least it's a simple one. It's not like
Appomattox.
Yeah, something crazy.
Oh my gosh, there's a street I was driving by back in our hometown, Ticonderoga or something like that. You know, some of these older like Native American names. So you're like, oh my gosh, what?
Yeah, like Martin Luther King.
Native American.
Did we?
Yeah.
No, but if there's a series and you're seeing so many of the same ones.
Yeah.
One of them was themed after Robin Hood. You know, I almost said Red Riding Hood. Robin Hood, and so it's like I'm seeing Friar Tuck Boulevard and
there was a neighborhood, back in the hometown. Yeah, that's all. Neighborhood. It's like,
how do they get away with that? That can't be legal, right?
He's in the public domain.
Oh, okay. So I'm suing.
I think that the government can do whatever it wants.
It's the government that picks the names. I thought the
local government, I feel.
The HOA got together and was like, "Hey guys, listen."
HOA is private though.
Let's theme
They probably commission. They probably send.
Right. They don't have the rights.
They might send what they want the streets' names to be, though.
Well, when you're around like Disney
You know?
World, it's all yeah, they're all like Celebration Avenue, Buena
See?
Vista, like Mickey, like it's all like happy words, like
Don't want to rock
vacation
the boat.
words.
Disney's always going against the government.
Oh
And
wait,
so
hold on.
now-
Yeah, did you hear about that? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, I feel like
so
you heard about
now, speaking of being out down south there,
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
uh,
that's where I am.
you got problems. You got governor problems. You got Disney
Yeah,
problems.
yeah.
It's about
they're at it.
Yeah. What's that exactly about?
you guys thought things were bad in Ukraine. You should come here. Oh my gosh, I think it's the Disney.
It's a Disney
Disney sponsored.
Disney gate.
It's coming
Disney
to
is
clash.
moving its gate somewhere else.
Pieces on a razor's edge. We're about to be like France with just like riots in the street, but it'll be like Disney cast members.
Well, I don't know, man. Why are they moving? What's the beef? What exactly is the beef with Florida and
I
Disney?
don't think. Oh,
Yeah,
I briefly touched on that
I don't know
Some
enough
history.
in
about
my
it all to
solo
discuss.
podcast. But no.
Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, this is a plug. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a plug.
I'm starting a little thing, but we're not here to talk about that completely yet.
But we're here to go into it. That was
Well,
good transition.
Yeah, I talk about some stuff. I'm starting this new thing. This is still gonna happen. This doesn't affect fallbacking at all. It's something.
No, this is about
this
ranking.
This is Moped Jet. It's my solo podcast I'm starting. It's to help me come up with bits and stuff since I do the comedy thing. I do it on the same day that before I do open nights, get myself in the mindset of talking on my toes, trying to be funny. So it's gonna be a little more. This one's more informational. We're completely
Right.
serious all the time on this one.
Right.
But
Well,
this other
this
one
is-
is going
yeah.
to be me being a silly bird, probably going to get canceled
Yucking it
within
up.
the 4th episode because I'm going off
Yeah.
the rails. This is going to be PG-13, guys. So, yeah. Moped
Yeah,
Jet,
Age
watch
it
out
up
for
a
the
little
second
bit. Age it
episode.
up.
First episode's already out.
I'm gonna have to tune in because I could use a good laugh.
Little 15-minute
You know.
vignette. I only
Yucking
set
it
for
up.
15 minutes, so I'm
That's a
choking
good
on my water
length.
now.
I like that length.
Well, things can get a little heavy after Koala Bear Gang. We really, we get heavy here.
Oh, yeah.
We get a little real. Sometimes it's important to get a little palate cleanser after, because we're tackling a lot of hard hitting issues here,
Put
like
my podcast right here.
the month.
Yeah.
Put it right there.
It's only natural we'll get some feedback after this one, guys, because
gonna
everybody's
be a
got a
contentious one.
birthday.
Everyone's got a birthday somewhere.
Yeah, we know
So,
that everyone's
sorry.
birthday's automatically their favorite month. To let you know that's
It's
the
your
wrong
month.
way to consider that because we're about to tell you where it really belongs. Starting with
Where do you
January.
guys-
In the trash can.
January.
Well, no, I mean
Look,
maybe the tanked love that one.
as
Well, I
I
mean,
said
yeah.
when we recorded last time, look, January is the Monday of
Okay,
the
yeah.
year.
What was?
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
It's
these-
really
it's a time to reflect on how much you still have to do, right?
January is a
Monday.
rough one. It is rough. It is dark. It is long. It is the coldest month.
The days are short,
Yes, that's what I mean. Like
I
the
know.
days are short in December,
and
but there's kind of a magic there to it. In January, it's done. The decorations are down. There's no
Yeah.
more lights. We keep ours up a little longer.
Corporate's counting its money.
ooh,
That's the thing, because December, you get like half the month off sometimes. If you're a student, you get most of it off probably, aside from finals, and you get to see family if you get along with your family. We do because we're lucky, well-adjusted young men. But it feels like a little break. You're like, oh, this is magical. I'm inside. January is like, nope, defrost your car,
Yeah.
yes.
scrape the ice off, come to work. Like January.
Thought you were ready to leave.
Do your taxes even. Do
one
your
more
taxes even. Or get them at least.
Yeah. January.
W2s, they gotta get to you, and it's time to start moving on them.
January, bottom tier right away.
Yeah, bro. Big dumbass month right there.
Last time I
Bad
think we
start.
might have had it in the second from bottom tier, but now that I'm thinking about it, there's just very little redeeming about January. Now that I'm trying to think
Could
like what
we have
even kept
said
it out of
anything
the.
positive? What positives is there?
No, I mean, you get a couple. I think you get a state holiday or two, right? A government one.
Maybe.
Well, you get the Native
But you usually
American
don't get work
Martin
off
Luther
or anything
King
for
Day.
it.
Get that
Oh,
holiday off.
Yes, that's in January, which is
oh.
funny because I think a lot of people think of it as February because it's February having the Black History Month thing, but yeah, I think because it's his birthday, right? In
His
Yeah.
January.
birthday is
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, January. Yeah, so that's one government holiday,
And
and
you get that off of work or what? You get that day
yeah,
off
Sometimes.
of work.
Now, if
I
you
mean
want
I
to,
don't because I work from home. I'm my
yeah,
own boss,
it
so
depends on
Okay.
which job.
Alright.
Some jobs are iffy on like the in between holidays, like Labor Day. Like some are like you
Mm-hmm.
get Labor Day off, but not Memorial Day, or vice versa. You
mm,
get both, or you get neither.
yeah,
It's weird.
January right there. Now some people would say February's worse, but now that I'm thinking about it, February. I think there's a little hope in February. I
Yeah,
think it's the second from the bottom. I think because here's the thing: February one, it's shorter. You do feel like, all right, this is it. This is the end of winter. Not everyone loves Valentine's Day, but at least it gives a little theming to the month.
You
At least
either
it's a
really
little
love it or
something.
you hate it.
Also, if you're a football person, there's the Super Bowl. That's usually in February.
it's also the awards,
Another
right?
positive.
Yes, well, gosh, they
Awards.
used to do. I mean, yeah, now they do the Oscars and stuff in
Oh yeah, you're right.
March, but they used to do them in February,
Yeah,
and
they
then I
do.
still think that's best because March is almost too long after the previous year. But uh, February, I say, yeah, it's a decent flump. I know there's of course a big day for someone here. It's Josh's birthday,
Out
right in the
here,
middle of February. It's my
but
mom's birthday as well.
yeah, there's a
And
lot of
mine and
February
mine's
babies.
as well.
A lot of February babies.
Yeah, there are. Not a
Hmm.
lot to say about February. It's not as depressing as January, but it's a little bit like February.
It's
Well, I mean,
slushy, it's gray,
but at
but
least there's some
it's
love
Mhm.
in there. There's
there's
some
love
love
in
mixed in
there.
there. You get some candy, maybe, depending on how cool you are.
There is,
Yeah.
and it's
De-
yeah. What did your
depending on what
schools do for Valentine's Day? I don't remember what mine did.
It
there
depends on
was
the teacher from
definitely
mine.
passing around of Valentine's. Everybody had their little box on their desk and
No, I think I think our high school. Excuse me,
I
if we
mean,
don't
it's
want to
all.
name it.
Yeah, we good.
I think our high school one year around Valentine's Day, because high school they don't do the like candy and giving out cards, but they did do a thing that I think most people participated in. They didn't do it every year we were there, but I think they did it our first 2 years. The little compatibility test. Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
I completely
yeah.
That was
forgot
around
about that.
Oh my
Valentine's?
god, I
Oh,
forgot about
okay.
the
Yeah,
compatibility test.
I forgot about
And did
that
you guys have
until
It
any
was
recently.
awkward
scientific. It
moments with
was
that?
scientific.
Well, I didn't so
Actually,
much
no.
because both years
I
I
think
took it.
so.
My number one was the same both years, and it was our good friend Miss Martin.
Right.
We were
Really?
each other's number one. Yeah, two
Wow.
years in
Oh
a row.
wow. Hey,
Yeah,
That's
we
just meant
laughed
to
at.
be.
that's meant to be.
Well, see, we were already good friends, so that's why we laughed about it. Other than that, I don't remember a lot of other
Compatible.
people's. There was a best friend match. I think
Yeah.
Mister J Rogers was part of that,
Hey.
and
Good, good.
yeah, when we are friends, so that came out to be. Do you
Accurate.
guys remember who
Scientifically accurate.
Do you
Yeah, yeah,
guys
yeah.
remember who
I
your main matches
can't.
were?
I remember only because had a moment attached to it. It was so
It didn't.
weird.
Mine didn't matter to me much. It was sort of like, oh, okay, and maybe I talked to that person, but no memorable moments really.
Josh, what about you though?
The
Was it a?
moment was like I've just got there. I don't remember who I got or
That's
if I
true. You
got.
had just gotten
I
there.
just
Yeah.
got there. I don't
Hmm.
remember if did we do it our last 2 years there.
I don't think we
I
did.
don't
I
I
don't
think
think it
think we
was
so.
just our
did.
first. Me
Yeah,
and
it
Tim's
was just
first
a,
two, but yeah.
Yeah, so I
yeah.
got there for my first and last one, and I got matched. Oh, I don't remember who I got. I mean, I didn't know anybody, so if I did get matched with them by name, I couldn't be like, "Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I know you." It
Right.
was like people outside of our group. First of all, I was like, and then second of all, the moment I got number one for Miss
Yeah.
Lanzati, and she came up
Oh,
to
she was
me.
popular.
she came up to me and she's like, "You were my number one." And I'm like, "All right, like, cool." And then there was just like some awkward air. I thought it was gonna lead into
It
something, but
would
I
be.
think she thought that meant I was gonna ask her out or something. But she just
Probably
like,
not.
then
Girls
and there.
are weird at that
but she
age.
just like stood there. It was like kept just like rocking back and
At that
forth.
age.
And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty dope. You know, I don't.
She was cute though. She was popular. Yeah, everyone liked her.
Not
You
my
should have
cup-
done it.
Not my cup.
You
of tea.
fumbled.
Shout out to
Fumbled.
not my cup of tea. I need a little more meat. Shout out to Miss
Hey,
Anxiety.
they're
Shout out, Miss
but
Anxiety.
shout out,
I
but
know that
shout
you,
out,
I know that
and-
you're doing much better. You were rich. You're good. You're fine.
Maybe we should.
You're
put the
fine.
You're
names.
fine. You're just fine.
I'm telling you. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
This is Koala Bear Gang, where we tell you what's right and
This is-
wrong.
We are correct all the time. You're right about
Oh
that.
my gosh. Okay, next one. March.
Marching on.
Marching right and right.
March. So here's my controversial take. It might be controversial
Whoa.
to some, but I think March is. I think it's a bottom tier.
It's a bottom tier.
Oh! Right, now,
Maybe.
because of
We have
the
the
Lenten
St. Patrick's
season,
Day.
For sure. That definitely
Here's the
brought you
thing.
down. You gotta
Lenten
sacrifice
March-
something.
The thing is, March gives you false hope. You know, like
my social.
you know what I mean. March, like
March
February, January,
gives-
you're like, all right, this is winter. Like I'm in it.
It gives
March-
St. Patrick's Day.
You do, but I'm not a drinker. You know, yeah, like I'm part Irish, but
Yeah.
you know,
But not
March-
that far.
well, like you guys see, like the color, like rainbow,
Yeah.
like gradient it's going here. Like March is still blue. It's still cold. It's slushy and gray. You might get. Here's the thing: in March, you get a few nice days, and you're like, oh, spring is here. Like you can just wear a light jacket, like a couple days. You can go for a walk, and then it's like, oh, just kidding, snowstorm next week.
Psych. Yep.
Yeah, that is true.
I've been dealing with that.
And it's
a
kind of
lot.
like the Wednesday. If we're talking about days of the week to these months, it's like the Wednesday. And I know it's not
It
even
really
halfway during
is.
the year, but it feels like once you get past this, everything just like accelerates.
Yes,
It is sort of like a doubled up week. You're right, with 2 different Sundays, 2 different Thursdays.
And
I guess though, if you like basketball, though, there's March Madness. So March Madness is pretty cool.
And I believe
That's true.
daylight savings time, doesn't it happen in March?
Yeah, and that's another
And
thing.
spring
It's
forward
sluggish.
fucks me
It
every
sucks. Yeah, it sucked this year. So I don't know. I think it at least belongs in flop. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it believes.
Flop,
Yeah,
another
it's
one.
right there with February. I would notch February a little bit above it because it has the cool leap year. People
Yeah.
talk about that. So that's
That's
what makes
true.
It
Oh,
a little
you
more
know what?
interesting.
You're right. It is interesting.
But
Do you
it's
guys
in the
remember
same tier though. But yeah, go ahead.
our senior year was a leap year? I remember that.
Yeah, they fucked us. They fucked us.
No, it was a little
Extended.
shorter. It was. But-
shorter.
Yeah, but March is like it's not even entirely like spring. It's like its own season. It's just mud. Like that's what I think of March as. Like it's mud season.
Yeah.
Monsoon season.
But April-
Yeah, April.
April is nice.
April, a little bit of the same this year, but usually it's nice. This year it's just been like
Oh,
kind of
was
like
it
how
not?
March
Yeah,
is
you're
supposed to
right.
be. It was like a day of freezing and then a day of rainy weather that's muggy and hot.
But April
then
does get that nice
back and
towards the
forth.
end of it.
I was
It
gonna say I
starts
think it's a
looking-
bop.
Towards the
I
end
think
of it,
it's-
Yeah.
it's getting better.
I think it's a. I don't think it's top tier. I don't think it's as good as May, but I think April's a solid month. April Fool's Day was a funny day when you were a
I'm
kid.
hearing something. I'm hearing something
there's something
coming,
solid.
and it's solid. And what I'm hearing is solid.
It's solid. Yeah, I don't know who made these tiers up, but they were on coke.
Well, and that's a good
Did
reason not to
that.
do drugs, folks.
Yeah, they're there,
because
man.
Bob,
She-
because
the she
look at
in
the
question
plot
is
Did
here.
Mother
that, Bob.
Nature.
So maybe that was a coded message. It's too late now. Put it together in the comments. Moving on to May.
She did that.
Be
That's
on
the
PCP.
reference to Mother Nature. May is the best. I think. I think it's top tier.
Top tier.
May is
That's
wow. Oh wow.
I think it belongs in top tier next to the other month we put up there last time. May, look, May is like true spring. April, later April, you get the flowers and stuff like that. That comes in May. Usually they're still around for a while. The weather's usually great. It's not too hot yet. School's ending.
Yeah.
That's a thing. May, you're like, this is it. Like, you can feel it in the air in May. When you go to school, I don't know about you guys, but do you ever get that feeling when May comes around, like, the school smells different now? You're like, it's almost over.
It just feels lighter. Things just feel freer.
A bit cleaner.
It does. Yeah. There's like it's May is the Friday of the month. It really,
yeah.
Or it's the Friday of the year.
Friday. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It does, because it's the big wind up to summer. It's when a lot of like the summer movies start coming out. So that's when like Star Wars used to come out, or eventually before they had like 4 superhero movies a year. It's when like they would start coming out. If you were a kid,
red
like
carpet rollout month.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'll tell you,
everything when you were a kid. May.
And if you were a kid who, like, if you were lucky and if your school ended early enough in the year, you could even have a little bit of May, like that Memorial Day weekend is like your first week of summer, and you're like, summer's just beginning. It's still May. Like, it's not even June yet.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing about May.
You've got time on your hands.
Yeah, I used to walk home in middle school.
She did.
I walked to school in middle school because I was right around the corner, and the feeling when you walk home on the last day of school at like 12 or 11 or 10 even o'clock, and just that weird stupid day that you go and just sit for an hour or two and then leave. Like, what the fuck is the point of that? Schools. And I'm walking home, and like once I go home, I used to think all the time, like, the second I unlock my door and put my foot on the ground, summer starts.
Yep.
My house, and then once I did that, I'm like, I can't wait.
That's so true. When you're a kid, there's all this like private, like little like ritualizing.
Yeah, like it's not summer. I'm still walking home from school, so I'm still technically at school. The day's not over until bam. Right,
and when you do, you feel like, doesn't it feel also like it's like the end of like you feel like it's gonna be like anime end credits, you know, like. It always made me a little, not melancholy, but I'd feel a little wistful. I'm like, let me see.
I'm looking off into the horizon.
Exactly. Like, I'd want to like watch the sunset with my friends and be like, there we go, the end of another chapter.
Yeah, it is like that. But I don't know, I took it more, I guess, as like, see them next year probably. So.
Well, in reality, that's what it did feel more like.
But in reality, it feels like you're walking home, and each person's coming to the street. They're turning away. Your back is to them now, and then a week later, you're like, "Hey, you want to come over?"
Yeah.
Like each kid, like they just disappear.
It fades away.
Like, he became a dentist. Like River Phoenix.
Yeah.
He did become an attorney. In a restaurant, years later, he tried to stop an altercation. He was stabbed. He died instantly.
Stabbed, taken to hospital.
Serves him right. Serves him right.
Clear dead at the scene. Shout out to that movie. Watch it if you haven't. I know I kind of gave the ending away. June is my birthday month.
Watch Renfield.
Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, I saw it last night. It was dope.
How was it?
It was good.
Okay, good. I'll have to check it out.
Is one of the best actors to not get credit, but it's all good.
Well, I think now he kind of is more so because he's sort of like, there's a sort of like, like hipsters have liked him so long, but now they're like really appreciating him because he's so good at doing his thing.
Yeah.
Like, he made a lot of bad movies because he had all this debt because he was, a bad spender and he was a bad investor, but when he's good, he's good. You can't deny it. So June.
Yeah.
June.
He's going for the Oscar.
Oh, yeah.
June is my birthday month. I don't think it's quite as nice as May, but it's the beginning of... No.
Whoa.
I think we agreed last time, right? June's a bop. I mean...
June is great.
I know I have some bias here, but it's the beginning of summer. if you're part of the Legipta gang, if you're part of the alphabet gang,
The alphabet
it's your
gang.
pride. Yeah, it's your pride month, and I see why they picked that one. See, it's prime real estate in the year because June really does feel like you want to get out and party and see a parade
Right.
type of month. You
The
know what I
rainy
mean?
season is over, but it's
Give me
not
a
too
hot dog.
hot. Just a little
Yeah,
bit of a
exactly.
sweet
Like
spot.
June can be really hot, but it's not all gross yet, like in
Not
August.
yes, right. Not too bad.
Yeah, like it's not as buggy quite yet, and at least not
No,
where
right.
we're from. Uh,
True.
yeah, June is just a good solid month. Like you want to go. Yeah, yeah.
You want to go. You just want to go out
I
and
don't even
do
want to go like
stuff.
ride bikes with your
You're
friends and
pent up from the
stuff. But
winter.
even as an adult, like even though we don't have like summer break, it still feels like a little special. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like a good beginning. I don't know. What are some of your guys' favorite June memories?
I would say June is for June memories. I don't summer. I don't usually separate. It's just summer. So I like
Oh, I
summer
see what you mean.
memories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. I know what you
But
mean. It's
June
the
always gave
season.
me a feeling because I think I said this last time where like no, I think I said this about the next month. But June is kind of it too, depending if you went to private school or public school. Because if you went to private school, you got out in May and you still have the whole month of
Hmm.
June.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like the first month of June. But if you went to public school, you have a little days of school in June.
You're right.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
so
June felt like the
July.
real end.
Right, exactly, exactly.
And you said this about July next. July is kind of the vacation month. It's
Right.
kind of it's the
Yeah.
one
Like June is like
exactly.
you just chill at home, find shit to do around there. And then that's July is when you're kind of like if your parents aren't going somewhere with you. You're just kind of lonely a little bit, which isn't lonely. It's not that bad because it's summer. But all your friends are
Right,
usually gone
exactly.
doing vacations or in Florida or somewhere, doing some other stuff. Camp.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. July is like that. Yeah, sometimes you're out of town in July, and if not, I never minded staying home during the summer. But
It's romantic
July
to me,
is,
though.
yeah, I like July. I think it's at least a bop or solid. What do you guys think? Because July makes me think pool parties. It makes me think,
Makes me think like
popsicles
cool,
and
taking a walk on a cool night
Mm-hmm.
oh,
around
that
the
makes me think
block.
more of like September, August than
Does it? Because
July.
I'm remembering summer. Maybe not specifically in July, but I know we did a lot in the summer.
Well, true. I mean, it depends because July is a very hot month, along with August. Though late August, we'll get to that. But July, obviously, July, it's a fun holiday. To have a barbecue,
Yeah,
Again,
jump in a
vacation
pool, or
month.
I
play in the
This
always
is the time
sprinkler if
to
you're like
I always
us.
felt
travel.
like July was romantic. Like we love our
Yeah,
country. That's when you grab your girl by the waist. You fuck her. That's usually when that's when babies and stuff are made or
Mm-hmm.
planted
yeah.
without knowing. It's a very
The
romantic
summer is yeah.
holiday.
What was that
So
last one?
I
What's that
don't,
last one?
I don't. So with June is cool, but July just has that romance to it. Like June is like showing up to the party, and then July is like 1 a.m. where you start looking around like, all right, what am I gonna fuck on? If anybody, asexual people,
No,
you still got
no,
some.
that's you're right. Honestly, no, it is true. It's like you find your summer fling. Like July is like the middle of it. You're like now
Mm,
the fling is in swing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We've already established a little that we both think we're attractive. Now we're gonna like actually do something, or you go on a vacation and you rub shoulders with that
And then
vacation girl or that vacation guy
Your time to
or that
travel.
vacation self. Asexual
yep,
people.
time
Shout
to.
out to y'all.
But then August comes, and August is kind of like the Sunday of
Oh
the
yeah,
year.
because
It's
you know what's
nice.
coming. This existential
It's
dread the whole month.
it is because now it's winding down, and now
School?
schools start early. Schools start in the middle of August now, which I think is too early.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
think they
no,
should
it's a
start.
crime. It's
Their
actually
problem.
Yeah,
probably some kind of felony.
You know.
yeah, I think they should start at least the last week of August at the very least, or after Labor Day, because August is you're kind of over summer at this point. This is when everyone's ready for fall. Everyone's like, nah, they're sticky, it's buggy, everything's starting to got, but it's not that bad though. Maybe it's because I'm a summer guy. I don't mind
Depending
August.
on where you are.
Here's the thing about August too. like you said, those nights when like it starts to cool down at the end of August, like it's
Right.
still hot during the day, but then at night you're like, oh, it's cooling down a bit, but it still feels kind of like summer, but maybe starts getting
Maybe
dark.
we take a walk.
Yeah,
See where the night takes us.
yeah, I don't know. I would put August maybe in solid, personally. I'd put it in middle tier. What about you guys?
Dude, the pros outweigh the cons for me. I think it's still a pretty good month, all in all. You still got that little taste of vacation. A lot of that early school year shit is easy anyway.
I
You
wouldn't put it in
meet a lot
Bob,
of new
though,
people.
personally.
Bob, I don't know about Bob. It's too hot for Bob.
I was gonna say, and it's also when school starts, so it can't be.
Yeah, but
Right, school starting is still fucking bullshit. You're right.
But with my adult, with my adult brain,
True.
August could be another good vacation month if you didn't do one in July or even June. If you wanted to be like ahead of the pack and maybe beat the streets, Disney and Six Flags, all that shit is going to be packed in July for sure.
Yeah, August, September is like the low season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can get that nice weather and get that that freedom, or you can get in early in June or May if you're one of those people. But that's something I do consider, but I will agree it is a solid month. But that has a little spice on it. It is when you get older and actually get some money under your belt, you can use it to your advantage. Yeah, for sure.
I agree. I definitely don't dread August. Like I said, April, they're solid, fine months. But I think we can maybe all agree September is kind of like the better version of it because September,
it's getting cooler.
It's not as hot. September, back home in Illinois, at least, September is the nicest weather month. That's think
a strong
generally.
Statement.
Whoa. Yeah, maybe.
No,
maybe.
It kind of is when you think about look, there's a reason weddings always seem to be like in September or May. Because those are you can have one outdoors and it's warm, so it's not like everyone's freezing, but you're not sweating, in your suit. I mean, maybe September. Look, September really does feel.
April's a big wedding month as well.
April is the weather can be a little unpredictable though in April for an outdoor event. Yeah. April's still a little, at least where we live, but yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. April can be beautiful. But September is really consistent. It rains the least in September. You're now, if you're a kid, you're kind of back in the groove to school a little bit. August, it's a little fumbling, but September, you're feeling it. You might have homecoming to look forward to if you're in high school, if you like that sort of thing. If that's not your jam, then that's okay because fall's coming up and you can kind of feel it in the air. The first half is still kind of summer. It's Indian summer, what people call it, that in between season. It's nice. It's nice.
It's autumn.
Yeah, I think it's a bop.
I know autumn and fall are both the same thing, but I always consider them different a little bit.
Yeah. Fall it's what you think of as autumn.
In September is autumn, where the turning of the leaves and then the
they just
light
start.
falling with temperatures, and I think when did we switch back to the better daylight savings time? Is that the better or the worse
October. October's the one
where we fall
back. Yep.
Yeah.
October.
Okay, I never get that because I'm dumb. I was too busy paying attention to math and science, not calendars.
Oh, I'm sorry.
October.
Elon Musk over here.
This was a busy one.
October's
very own.
It's
this
getting
is mine. This is my
getting
day
it
here.
Getting it. October. Last.
Yeah, we did establish its top tier.
It really is. It's I guess Tim wins because that's his birthday month.
Listen, I'm not winning anything, but I'm clearly the best because of the month.
You just get a backdrop that no one else got. So congratulations, you get the vibe of the spooky, you get the little horror stories. Everyone the niche. This is the niche month. I think it's also a pretty good year for anime because anime kind of goes into
We gotta factor that in. You're right.
Because there's some debuts in anime. It's also some season finales, and cosplayers are kind of remind you of the whole dress up thing.
It is, yeah. Everyone loves Halloween now. It's a big month for people with girlfriends. The girlfriends love
They
October.
love it.
They're like, let's pick some apples or something.
Yeah, yeah.
They
And,
love it. You know what's
But
happening.
what was that? And
oh, and
bonfires. That's true.
they love. Actually,
Bonfires.
they love making you
Wait,
pick
but
those apples,
women love
and then
Yeah,
take
that
a
too, because
picture
you're
with the
taller.
full basket afterwards. That's what they love.
Yeah,
to do.
Tim, remember when you would have the bonfire at your house?
Yes, and I
Yeah.
specifically remember that's when the UGG boots would come out,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and the yoga pants and
Yogurt.
whatnot.
The yogurt
Yes,
pants.
the UGG
The
boots.
yogurt.
Yeah. You'd see those
It is.
everywhere.
Yeah, it started
Fall
the
is
thing.
pretty good for yogurt too. I mean,
It's good
like
for
summer.
fashion.
Remember
You
when it was
don't have to
crazy as
bundle
hell,
up.
and the yoga pants had letters on it?
Yeah.
I remember
Juicy?
Mr. Wilson. Shout out to Mr. Wilson.
Yeah.
He complained about that in class because he's just like, I'm trained to read,
Good.
and I hate the yoga pants with juicy written on it because I'm just trained to read. Like I trained to read signs, and now I feel bad because my wife is right there.
He doesn't need to
sitting
tell
every
him stuff
time.
like
He was
that.
telling his high school class about this moral dilemma. So blame juicy.
About how much he's looking at minor ass.
Nothing my he didn't need to make it our problem.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when he was saying that. Like, this is a world religions class? Anyway, moving on to
Talk to your
November.
friends about that.
Yeah, for real.
I love he's like,
That was
I have
around
to
this time
read.
of
Like,
year.
okay. All right, smart guy.
Talk to Cake Boss about that, not us.
I'm like, okay,
Hey,
smart guy.
season
Oh,
10
you're such
coming
a
this
reader.
fall.
Oh my gosh, yeah, October, good
Alright,
month.
so
good
November
month.
It's
sucks.
great. It's
October is such a vibey month. To speak like how the young people do, they say it's a vibe. October really is
October
heavy
really is a
Relate to the
vibe,
ute.
yeah.
It's when the trees are their peak color, but November they're kind of brown. That's why we said,
Yeah.
That's
November's
pretty
when
much
they
the
lose it.
only. Also, turkey is brown
Turkey's
usually
brown.
in like depictions of
I
it.
mean, it should be if you cook it.
Gravy's
It's that
brown.
nice white. Yeah. But I don't mind November.
Black and
It's just-
charred.
November, it starts feeling like it gets dark really early, and
No,
it
it
starts
is.
feeling.
It
And
starts-
November feels like it gets real cold real fast.
Mm-hmm.
In some instances, you guys remember just a couple years ago, it like went straight to winter after Halloween.
Yeah, it did.
Like that November, it was
Instant
snowing.
snow the
Yeah, it
week
was-
after.
And I don't mind a little snow here and there, like after Thanksgiving, but like it's like November 5th and there's snow on the ground. I'm like, man, come on.
Dang.
Like we can't have a little more fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, also November
No.
feels like the weird in between, like like a cousin that's like a kid that lives by himself, like an only kid, and then December and October are brothers, and he loves hanging out with them, and those are like his
Yeah.
brothers, but he's not really in on it, so they got cool stuff they can do. Like October has Halloween, December has Christmas, and November's like, I kind of have Thanksgiving, but no one really cares about that celebratory wise. So
Right.
he's like, actually, I got Christmas's music, and I got a discount on Halloween stuff. So it's just like, what are you doing? You be more proud of what you have, which is Thanksgiving and cold. Like, you're not cheery. So that's why November I always didn't like. Fuck November.
With Thanksgiving, there's got to be something there. I'm thinking flop. I can't go down to get rid of it.
No, it's a flop for sure. Not get rid of because we gotta eat. We gotta be around
What the
family.
flop?
But it just feels like a
But
buffer
that's
month.
also a negative.
I can't help but feel like it's a buffer month. It feels like we busted a load on Halloween, and then now.
Oh
the
no, not
refractory
November.
period. And then, well, quite literally, it's the refractory period, and then December is another like, oh, let's get ready for the party now. So
And which we get into with December, which could be very well the partiest of months. No, with are we counting New Year's Eve? New Year's Eve is the 31st, so yeah, that's December.
is Dom here?
I like to think he is, and this is his just reaction to everything. It's just he's loving it. He's loving being here.
I was like,
I swear, I thought for like a minute, I was just like, oh, he's just enjoying it. Okay, let me continue on
I
here.
thought he was.
There he goes.
Low key, I thought he was.
We lost him. We lost him. He's got to give his opinion on these last two.
I thought, honestly, with that how he looked, I thought the whole time he was just like, I'll let them. I'll let them finish.
I'll let them cook.
Like, what I'm about to drop on the world is way more important than what they're saying. That's why I was just like, you can chime in whenever, Dom. Like,
you know what? Well, I'm gonna take advantage. While he's not around. No, I'll wait for him to get back.
Well, it depends on how long. We're pretty much at the end of the episode. We got all of our
this is pretty much it, and I do have to freaking go.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm about to say I gotta go soon anyway. So, and it seems like he had to go. So, I mean, this is the list. December's
Is he just
great.
gonna text?
I think he did text me, but my phone is also my camera.
Okay, he said he's getting back on here in a second. So,
So tell him don't bother. Tell him, like, we're just gonna end the episode. You gotta go. Get the Emmy the Robot plushies.
just get this at the store, you know.
Gotta cop it.
This is really high quality. More so than I expected. Even the detail on this thing is crazy.
Oh yeah.
The different like fabrics and stuff, like its eyes look all like they're static, like they're robot eyes.
This is A1.
Look at this demon.
This is this is A1 quality, guys. Like, you guys, if you missed out like me, unfortunately I missed out. But they're talking right now. For I believe Dom's talking right now with the same people about making another campaign for other characters. So make sure you don't miss that chance to get that plushie. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be on it. And I'm going to scoop it up. Shout out to domcelliniart and Emmy the Robot, the webtoon, the most popular webtoon on
the planet.
On the planet. What's that website? Is it Webtoon?
Webtoon.
The most popular webcomic on Webtoon and the goddamn planet. And that's the endorsement. And we endorsed all these months in the right order, so we know that our opinion's correct. So if you like what you saw,
these are the best ones.
These are the best ones. Make sure you check those link trees out. Make sure you celebrate your months and all the time you do have. And anything else for them?
And just remember out there, you know, as you're going through these months, if you have one that's better than the other, that you find in your heart that you believe is your favorite, you're wrong.